fellow HSPs. My name is Julie Bieland, and I'm a psychotherapist and author of Brain Training for the Highly Sensitive Person, Techniques to Reduce Anxiety and Overwhelming Emotions. My mission is to help HSPs thrive. I wanted to share a little technique today about building self-compassion. I learned this technique from Kristin Neff, who is a researcher for building the skill of self-compassion. And it's something that HSPs really need to work on building because we can be very hard on ourselves by default. So it's a technique that it really is a brain training technique in terms of we build this skill and we're capable of doing that brain-wise. So what it starts with, it sort of has a 3-step process. And the first step is acknowledging the suffering. We have to understand that that we are hurting or having a hard time in a particular moment for us to acknowledge it and do anything about it. So that's the first step. The second step is kind of normalizing the experience, validating it, that everybody who may have experienced something like this would feel a similar way. So that might sound something like, I'm really having a hard time right now, and I guess it makes sense. I've gone through something, and that was difficult, and so that point of it is about validation of the emotion that you're having, which is really important for HSPs because we have often had such powerful emotions in our life and many times can feel different or wrong for some of the emotions that we have, but it's quite normal for an HSP to have magnified emotions. So it's important that we ourselves validate those experiences within us. Because we've had a lot of experiences of feeling invalidated for the emotions that we have. So the third step is that we practice soothing techniques. So we can put our hand on our chest. We can do kind of a hugging technique. Whatever feels kind of good. It's a warm, soothing touch that feels good. And we might use words that feel soothing to us. I'm safe right now. I'm going to get through this. This feeling is temporary. I'm going to be okay. What are my needs right now? Things like that. So if you have a hard time figuring out what to say, think about what you would say to someone that you really care about that is hurting and having a hard time. It's often easy for us to have compassion for others. In fact, HSPs tend to be the most compassionate people I've ever met. But we have a hard time bringing that compassion back to ourselves. So it's often easy to imagine having the compassion for somebody else, get in touch with what that feeling feels like inside of you, and then practice bringing it back to yourself. Remember, this is a skill building technique, so we get better at it with time. It's kind of like being dropped off in the jungle at first. I kind of think of it as neural networks that, when we first start something, that path is not very, very clear or worn. It's sort of, I kind of visualize it like a jungle. And we're out there with a machete cutting down this path to smooth it. So the more time you spend on this path, the more smooth it becomes and the easier it is to access it. So anytime you're having a rough time, it can be something small, it can be something big. Practice that skill of self-compassion. It really is incredible what a difference it makes in your life, and you do get better at it. If you keep practicing it over and over again, you get better. So let me know if you've tried it. I want you to go out there and practice it. Come back and tell me how it was. Did you feel a little bit calmer? Did you feel a little softening? Did you feel an effect of feeling a little bit better in that moment? The goal isn't always to just feel happy all the time, but the goal might be that you just feel better, you feel soothed. It reminds me too of, if you think about, maybe when my son was little, he fell one time and, really hurt his knee a lot. And he was crying and really upset. And, I embraced him and I let him know everything was going to be okay and we were going to fix it together. And He may have still been having the actual physical pain. I mean, and even some emotional pain, just that it was scary to fall and hurt yourself like that. So that pain may have actually still been there, but it was the act of me soothing him and showing him that sense of compassion that helped calm him. So that's what it looks like. So go out there and practice your self-compassion techniques, and love to hear from you. If you like this, let me know. If you want more, let me know. More videos, more information. I'm here to help you thrive, and you take really good care of yourself. Bye-bye.